Now we are going to discuss about the distribution of water. So after treatment processes, the water is to be distributed to the consumer with an appropriate quality and quantity and when appropriate pressure. Okay. So each and every individual will get the water through the water distribution system. So depending upon the topography and levels, gradients, the following system may be decided to supply of the water. That is by means of gravity system or by means of pumping system or sometimes the dual system may be followed to supply the water to the supply end. There is a requirement end. For this purpose, we are using the layout of distribution systems. So these are the pipe distribution systems are laid below the road pavements and generally which follows the layout of the road. So these are the four types of networks which you are using for a particular place according to the availability. Okay, so they are dead end system, radial and gridiron and ring system. In first one is dead end system is also called as tree system. So here the main pipe, main supply pipe is divided into sub-main pipes. Then sub-main pipes um, divided into laterals. Then it is connected to the house connections, lateral service connections, which is supplied the water to the consumer. This is called as dead end method. Here the pipes is taking along with the roads. Next one is radial system. So this is the system is in this system the area, total area of supplied area is divided into different zones. Here the water is pumped in the distribution reservoir in the middle of the zone. So from the middle it is distributed as a in a radial system. Next one is gridiron system. So this is the system which can be applied for the cities having the rectangular layout. So here the water mains and branches are laid in rectangular in shape. So it is circulated in each and every rectangular. So this is the improved method of the dead end system. Here in the dead end system, the dead end systems of the system is interconnected with each other in this system. Here the water circulates throughout the system. Next one is ring system. So in this system the supply pipe is laid all along the peripheral road of the submains. Here from that the water is allowed to flow through the total pipes, that is through the main, from the main branch it is allowed to through the branch pipes, then through the submains. So here the determination of the size of the pipe is easy. So next one is hydraulic analysis of the distribution systems. So in this the common usually methods are a dead end method, which is mainly adopted for the dead end point system, and a Hardy cross method, which is applied for the closed loop pipe networks, and another one is equivalent pipe method. So the equivalent pipe method is uh, method of reducing the combination of pipes into a simple pipe system for easier analysis of the pipe network. Here the equivalent pipe is nothing but it's an imaginary pipe, so which has the head loss and discharge, which is equivalent to the head loss and discharge of the real pipe system. So the problem solving in the distribution network. Here a network, a triangular network has given. Here they give the value. The inlet of at A is 100 and in B the outflow is 40 and at C it is 60. So the assume that the flow in each pipe at any junction, we take it as flow in is equal to flow out. this flow through the inlet through must be equal to the flow coming out of the outlet, must be equal. So here at point A it is 100, at point C it is 60, and the total flow of this total amount of flow 100 is divided into 50 and 50. We assume 50 is flowing in AB and 50 is flowing in AC, and the remaining, that is in the 50 in the pipe AB, if we deduct the amount 40, then the remaining 10 is flowing through the BC. So in the addition of AC and BC will give a result in 60. This is the assumption. So here but in reality it may be varied. So the estimated error has been calculated by using the summation of horizontal flow divided by H by Q, can be calculated by using this. Here the tabulation shows the K value and Q value for the pipes involved in the loop ABCA. So in the in this loop, the pipe three pipes are there, that is AB, BC and CA. Okay, CA is, that is opposite to the pipe AC, that is flow is in reversal. Here K value is given as 1 for AB, and for BC it is 2, and for AC it is 1. Here we assume the flow as 50 and 50 for AB and AC, and for BC it is plus 10. Okay, so why it is mentioned as a negative sign for CA means here if you see the diagram, here it is mentioned. So the flow is flowing from A to C. Okay, from starting from A to C, that is plus 50. But here we mentioned the pipe as CA. From C to A it is minus 50. Okay, from A to C it is plus 50. From C to A it is minus 50. Okay, therefore H can be calculated by multiplying the Q into K square. So we are getting the value 2500 minus 2500 plus 200. The summation of these values will give 200, and H by Q has been calculated as 50 for AB, and CA as that is 50, BC is equal to 20. So the summation of these things will get 120. So the error has been calculated by the summation of the H and X is given in the problem as 2 multiplied by the summation of H by Q. So we'll get the error of minus 0.833. So it is corrected with the assumed flow Q. So here we assume the flow for AB as 50. So it is the error value subtracted from the assumed flow. The corrected flow is equal to assumed flow minus the error. So 50 minus 0.83 will give plus 49.17, and for CA it is minus 50 minus 0.83 will give the value of minus 50.83. So in pipe BC it is 10 minus 0.83 will give plus 9.87. So after correcting the flow, the diagram has been redrawn as in the pipe AB it is 49.17, and in the pipe AC it is 50.83. Here the Q value of CA as minus, that is for pipe CA it is minus 50.83. For AC from A to C it is positive sign. So the flow is towards C from A as 50.83, and in BC it is plus 9.17. This is the diagram which indicates the corrected flow. Next one is distribution reservoirs or service reservoirs, which is used for the distribution of water. So the types of reservoirs are surface reservoirs and elevated reservoirs. So the design of while designing the reservoirs, the total capacity of the distribution reservoir has been considered as the combination of balancing storage and breakdown storage and fire storage. By addition of all the thing, we can get the total storage of the distribution reservoir, and the balancing storage can be calculated by means of Moscow method and analytical tubular method. Next one is apparatus used in the distribution system. So various types of apparatus like valves, hydrants, meters, pumps. So these are the things which we are using for various purposes to for the proper functioning of the distribution system. And the valves are used for the controlling the flow, and the hydrants are used for releasing the water during the fire breakdowns. Here the meters are used for measuring the discharge. There is a water meter is used to measure the discharge, and manholes are used for the inspection purposes. Okay, here various types of valves like sluice valve, check valve, wear valve are used based on their purpose. For example, sluice valve is used to regulate the flow of the water through the pipeline, and check valve is which allows the water flow in only one direction. So in reverse direction, in automatic flow, reversal of flow is stopped by it. And next one is drain valve. So drain valve is used to drain the water from the pipe, and next one is scour valve. There is a scour valve is provided for completely emptying or draining of the pipe, which is also called as drain valve. Next one is fire hydrants. Hydrants is used for releasing the water during the fire breakdowns. So at that time the hydrants are used. And these are the list of pipe fittings which is used in the laying of these are the things used during the laying of distribution pipes for connecting the pipes, and in various directions, and in the required flow. Okay, so for proper functioning of the distribution system, these are the things which is required for the used in the laying of distribution pipes.